Hi everyone and welcome to the live stream. I have such a fun video for you today. I'm getting ready to go to the gym to get fit and healthy, and I thought it was the perfect time to talk to you about my ultimate Looksmaxxing guide, and we can together talk about all of the crazy things I do to look my hottest and happiest and glow up today. So I have already started my day with a lot of fun. I like to start my day with my homemade celery juice. I make these every week on batch because I really think there's something in celery juice that helps with my acne. So if ever I'm breaking out, I always start my day with this. And you don't need a fancy juice maker to make these. I just put celery, cilantro, lemon, ginger all in a blender, and then I just strain out the pulp afterwards, and I get this beautiful kind of like glowing goddess juice, I like to call it. So I start my day with that. That's always super fun. And then I've washed my face, so now I gotta do some de-icing because I get so puffy in the morning. I got this, which is super fun. This is actually one of those little ice, I don't want to call it a pod pill. She kind of looks like a pill to me. And all you do with this is like run it over your face, and this helps depuffing, and it also helps with any inflammation you have on your face. So if you're struggling with acne, I get sometimes like really big ones on my jawline. This helps them calm down because ice is like the key to healing inflammation in your body. So I always do that. I hope you're having a great Memorial Day, by the way. I have such a quiet weekend planned. My friend and I are going to go rollerblading, which is why I look cute and in my, workout gear. But I thought it'd be a great time to talk about all my self-care because I've been neglecting myself, guys. So perfect time to talk to you about that. And I want to make this kind of a mindset live stream because for me, at least, all of the things that we have to do in order to glow up are more of a mental barrier than they are a physical barrier. Everyone has enough time. Like, you waste so much time scrolling on your phone. I 100% believe that you have time to do a skincare routine, but the mental gymnastics that I have to go through sometimes to actually get to the gym, to actually do my nails, to actually go get my hair done, to actually journal, to actually meal prep is more effort than it is just to do the thing itself. So if you're struggling to do what you think is necessary to glow up, to look your best, to be the woman you want to be, first of all, look inside. Think of what is it in me that thinks I don't deserve to live this lifestyle. Hi, younger self. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, you know what? So I've been having a lot on my plate, and I really miss live streaming with you guys because I don't know, just fun, it's more relaxed. And I did post a video yesterday, a long form video about my LED light treatment. Definitely check that out because I had so much fun. I did like a deep dive onto the LED face mask here, the Soluma one that I have, and I think it is really helpful for anti-aging, but not so much for acne. So if you want to learn more about that, then just do that. Oh, because I don't have an editor anymore. So the videos that you liked before, they're from like a different editor. I edit the videos myself now. I just don't know how to do some of the things the professional editor used to do. Okay, face is iced and depuffed, especially around here. It gets like less puffy. I'm really excited today. Hi Raul, welcome to the live stream. This is actually homemade marshmallow that I put on top. If you want to see that recipe, let me know. But did you know that marshmallow is just whipped jello? I did not. So I've been seeing all the girlies make homemade collagen marshmallows at home, so obviously I had to try. You take gelatin and then you take whatever kind of sweetener you want and water, and you kind of like whip it up, and then it becomes this texture that's more like a marshmallow. So I've been putting it on my coffee. So this is like a 0-calorie collagen induction into my morning drink. Love it. It's so good. It really just tastes like morning sweetness. Okay, we already talked about the fact that if you feel lazy, it's probably because you don't have the internal self-worth to actually do what's required to look smacks or to be the best version of yourself. But as soon as you fix that confidence / self-worth issue, you'll find it very easy to pour into yourself. Because whether we're talking about celery juice, or whether we're talking about doing your skincare, or having your collagen hot chocolate, these are all ways of showing yourself I'm worth the time and attention to do these things. So it's not a big deal if you like want to pour into yourself, take care of your health and fitness, but if you don't feel like you're worthy of that yet, you still have some inner work to do before you can do the sparkly glow up nonsense. I really am excited for these guys, by the way. So these are little toner pads. I don't currently have any normal toner at my house, so I've been using these as kind of a way to get some hydration into my skin because, oh my gosh, I'm peeling like a crazy person. It's just turned to winter time here, and I live in the Northeast in New England. Honestly, it's just like a really dry time. So whenever it turns to winter time, I always have to do extra exfoliation and extra hydration. Can you see on camera? There's a bunch of like Emily skin cells because I've been peeling. I also upped my tretinoin strength. So I was using the 0.025 tretinoin, but let me see if I can get it for you. La, 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 la. But I upped it to the 0.05 tretinoin, and obviously it's more effective to help with my acne scars, but it's also more peely. So I am like a peely mess. That's okay. These help. These have salicylic acid in them, and they also have witch hazel, and it all helps to get the dead skin off. So love that. And then you don't have to do two, but I am just like for funsies gonna also use the Sika calming ones because these guys are really helpful if you have redness in your skin. And for me, you can tell I struggle with that. Like as soon as I think about rubbing anything on my face, my skin gets red. Did I think about the sun? Now I'm red. Did I think about scratching my face? Now I'm red. So anything that's gonna help with that is definitely helpful. And I kind of use them as little sheet masks. And we'll leave them there for a second, then we'll rub them around. All right, let's get to the next thing. All right, if you are having trouble on your glow up journey, I don't think you believe you're worthy of this dream girl life that you say that you want. You have all of this stuff on your vision board, but you can't bring yourself to actually do it because you can't see yourself as her. When you can see yourself as her and you say, I am her today, then you can go do what's required. Then you can go post your video on social media. Then you can go to the gym. Then you can work on your fun new recipe. Then you can do your savings to get to your dream house. All of it requires you saying, I can be her. She is my future. This person who I want to be will be me without any contradiction in your head. I always struggle if there's wavering in me that the dream life I say that I want may not be mine. That's when I look lazy. That's when I'm not doing what needs to get done in order to live my dream life. So I have to always reorient myself if ever I'm off track from my goals by saying, I will be her. This is my future. If she were here today, if my dream girl were here today, what would she be doing? She would be doing her skincare. She would be reading her personal development books. She would be going to the gym. She would be taking care of her body physically. She'd be taking care of her body emotionally and spiritually. And all of that slowly over time manifest your dream life. It's not like poof magic, your dream life appears. It's more like over the course of the time, you're in this process of becoming her through the micro actions that you do. Okay, next. So let's let that dry. Welcome to the live stream, everyone, by the way. I just posted a video yesterday on my favorite LED light masks. I also have this one to try out a little bit. So this light mask is different because this is one of those that strap onto your face. Oh my god, how scary does it look? I haven't really given this a full shot yet, but I absolutely love the aesthetic design and the functionality. So my other LED mask that I use is this Saluma one. And I just kind of like nap under this panel. It's one of my favorite ways to get like the red LED lights into my normal treatment routine. But you have to sit there for ages and you can't do anything else. So if you're trying to do like the red LED light therapy or even the blue light for acne scars, definitely get one of these kind, because this kind of face mask, you can kind of like do your life as you use the LED light treatment. So if you're cooking, you can put the face mask on, or if you're cleaning, you can put the face mask on. And we love like a multitasking day, you know? And you charge it and then you kind of like get on with your life. But you can set different timers for different lengths, but it has blue light, it has red light and green light. Oh, and there's a yellow one too. How fun. Obviously, I've not really played with this yet. I just got this one, so I'll tell you, more about it later. But blue light, very good for acne. This is the one that you want to use if you're struggling with especially inflammatory acne. And then the red light is the most important light frequency to think about. I have not done research into all of these different colors, but the red light is what really helps with anti-aging. And if you're gonna get any kind of device, I would say get a red light device. It's not necessarily essential that you have all these different wavelengths, but I mean, maybe they help with something. More research required. If you want like a deep dive on this mask, let me know. But she also comes with a little neck panel, so you strap this on here and here and look like a qualified crazy person. A+. And when I say crazy person, I mean, obviously I'm neurotic about self-care. All of this is crazy. We're gonna talk about self-care for like 40 minutes today as I get ready. Oh, all right. So masks aside, let's get on to my normal skincare routine. So if I go to the gym, I typically will just do my eye makeup and then I kind of let my skin breathe because I'm gonna take a shower afterwards, obviously, and then redo my base makeup. I always start with Lumify for my eyeballs. I saved y'all from watching me put contacts in my eyes, so I've already done this because I do not have the confidence to put contacts on camera. However, I do have all other sorts of fun skincare to talk about. My favorite thing to do in the morning is to do vitamin C, and this is my current favorite vitamin C one. Honestly, I should check on Amazon to see how many times I've used this, because you know how it says like purchased 11 times or whatever up top? My favorite face cream has like a purchased 11 times mark above it. I don't know how many this is, but I've been using this for over a year. And I struggle to use a lot of vitamin C because my skin's really sensitive and vitamin C can trigger acne. So if I'm using too much of it, the next thing I know, I'm like breaking out like a teenager again. So I have to be really careful about the vitamin C that I use. And this one doesn't make me break out. So this is Emily approved and safe. If you have acne, it's very gentle. Please don't be using like the Drunk Elephant 20% some ridiculous vitamin C. Please don't use that. Like, it's really painful for your skin. You don't need that high concentration on your face. All right, next. All right, the next reason why you're failing at your glow routine is because you're following someone else's glow strategy and not your own. I honestly get so much information online about how to be the hottest version of yourself, how to glow up, how to self-improvement, blah, blah, blah nonsense. Here's the thing. We're all telling you what works for us, not necessarily what works for you. And you have to be able to distinguish what is good for someone else's journey versus what is good for your own journey. It's hard when you're getting all of this content telling you to do X, Y, and Z to not assume that you're doing something wrong because you're not doing this other girl's 10-step routine, this homemade meal prep stuff, all of the things she's doing for self-care. But you have to listen to yourself more than you listen to us online. I'm just speaking from my own experience about what works best for me, hoping it will help you, because the younger version of myself would have loved to know the advice that I have now. However, she's not here, obviously, and I hope to speak to someone like her through my channel. I think the self-care advice that has worked best for me has come through my own challenges. So it's great that I get all these tips and tricks online, but always my intuition is very strong in telling me what's best for me. And as I've gotten older, I've gotten better at honoring that. But when I was younger, I really struggled to say, what is the best course of action for me right now? How can I be the best version of myself? And I look to gurus more than I look to myself. And my confidence has grown the more I look to myself and say, only I know what's best for me. She is the ruler of my life, not some boyfriend, not my parents, not someone online who thinks that I'm not doing enough to be pretty hot, whatever. And that really has helped my internal confidence, and that's probably the ultimate level up. All right, this is a new one for me. This is affirming serum. To be fair, I'm not sure what this does, and I will not be repurchasing, but it was expensive, so it's going on my face. Oh my god, it just finished on camera. Okay. So now it's really done. I'm gonna get some hydration into my face too, because it's like the desert outside, the cold desert. Oh, I've just dropped something. All right. Next is some azelaic acid redness relief, because as I've been yapping, you've been able to see that I've gotten red here. So we're just gonna slap some of that quickly on my face. And then my favorite moisturizing serum is gonna go on top. This is not a very popular product. Like, it is popular in terms of Korean skincare, but it's not like a cult classic in the US version of skincare, which I'm always surprised about. But this is a hyaluronic acid serum, and it also has bee propolis extract in it. And I'm just obsessed. Like, if you want to be super glowy, put this on your face. Welcome to the live stream. Today we're doing a get ready with me as I yap about all of the mindset hacks I've used to help me glow up and become the best version of myself. Let's go to the next one. Okay, the next reason why your glow up isn't working is because you're trying to do everything yourself. You're trying to DIY your way to perfect skin. You're trying to DIY your way to the perfect body. You're trying to DIY your way to the perfect career. And everyone I know who has achieved really, really impressive feats in their life has done so with help. And if you're trying to stay in your feminine energy, you have to learn how to accept help from others. And I don't just talk about women when I'm talking about how to, become the best version of yourself, blah, blah, blah. I speak to men too. But I think men are much better at outsourcing things that are outside their capacity, in my opinion, than women are. I watch women overwork themselves, work a full-time job, come home to the kids, do all of their extra house chores, and then also cook dinner and wonder why the hell they're burnt out. You're doing 4 different jobs. Of course you're burnt out. It is time to ask for help. If you're in a relationship where you feel like you can't ask your partner for help, you really gotta reevaluate your life decisions. Someone who cares and loves about you does not want to see you suffering and burnt out. They want to see you happy and fulfilled, and they want all that loving energy poured into yourself. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you will be resentful to everyone else around you. You'll be giving, 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 and not getting anything back. Now, it's taken me time. Again, as I've grown older, I've become better at receiving help from others and kind of outsourcing things that are out of my capacity to do. I think it depends on your budget, but a lot of things that are easy for me to outsource are grocery shopping. I don't normally grocery shop unless I need to pick up 1 or 2 things and I'm already out and about. But having DoorDash bring my groceries is the biggest life hack. DoorDash gets very expensive if you're just doing it for regular meals, but if you're doing it for general grocery shopping, you pay like an extra $5 and you don't have to spend an hour and a half in the grocery store. It's a huge life hack, highly recommend. And that can happen pretty much at any budget. And if I could, I would love to have a video editor. It's not my budget right now to have a video editor, but it would super help my channel because I spend an immense amount of time editing videos after I film them for you. And that would be a huge hack in my life. But other ways that I outsource are specifically like cleaning, that's really helpful in my life, and doing meal prep. Like it's a lot of time doing healthy meal prep. So definitely think about that if you want to outsource stuff. But you're not on this journey alone. So if you have a very specific goal, it's in your best interest to get a very specific coach for that. I am a life coach and I do kind of lifestyle engineering for my girls to help give them scientific strategy to get to their dream life. If you want a fitness coach, it's really helpful if you find a fitness coach that can help you build your dream body. If you have aesthetic goals, there are aesthetic coaches out there that can help you find the right treatments and skincare to do that and become the glowiest, hottest version of yourself. But coaches will completely up level your self-care game because they know the secret sauce to get you to your goals faster. Today, my friend said that she couldn't meet till later in the day because she had a call with her business coach. And we're all here to make more money, and her coach is going to help her strategize what's the best course of action for her to take if she wants to, grow her business in a way that doesn't completely suck her life dry and drain all her energy. And that's what we want. We want all of our goals to happen faster, easier, without so much aggravated energy. So highly recommend you find an expert in your field. And if it's not in your budget to hire a coach for one-on-one coaching, I think books are kind of like the next best thing because you're getting someone's like life work of all of their wisdom and nuggets in a consolidated little version. Alrighty, so let's see what's next. I'm gonna put this depuffing eye cream on next. Banish is one of my favorite new, what's it called? New brands that I found. They make really great microneedling devices. I do that about once a week on my little glow up journey, and it has so helped with my acne scars. I used to have really bad cystic acne when I was younger, and it destroyed my confidence, for lack of a better word. I was really that girl who was like hiding at home and couldn't go out because I was slathering tattoo foundation on my face. And guess what? That clogs your pores. So if you do have acne scars still, I suggest that you do some microneedling. I have a whole video on the channel about, I think it's under Be Beautiful Without Makeup. That video specifically, I talked about microneedling and the perks of it. So check that out if you're still, struggling with acne scars, because there's not much that's going to help with those besides tretinoin, lasers, and microneedling. Those are really the trifecta if you're still struggling with acne scars. All right, let's see. Next, I'm going to use these guys. And I always put these on to just kind of marinate on my face as I do my eye makeup. And we'll be honest, these don't do much. Okay, if you're like expecting miracle crow's feet cures from these little eye patches, you won't get them. Like, just get Botox. Like, these don't do very much, but they are cooling, they are hydrating, and that's the only thing you can really expect from these little eye patches. But I like them. I mean, they kind of get me in the mood of self-care. Alright, so step number 5 as to why your glow up journey is failing is you're focused too much on products and you're not focused on your internal health. So I always love to tell my subscribers and my coaching clients that happy, healthy women are hot. There's no secret science that you're missing on terms of your glow up journey. If you want to be more glowy, go work out. If you want to have better skin, eat better. And then if you want to like be more relaxed and less anxious, get your beauty sleep. Those are like the trifecta of things that will make you look hotter because they will make you be healthier. And then after that, we can put a lotion on your face and you'll be a little bit more glowy. But the lotion is like the cherry on top. She's the sprinkles. She's the little fun that you had in the morning slapping on your lotions. It's not gonna fix everything. And when I was younger, I wasted so much money at Sephora thinking that this new lotion or potion was gonna heal my acne, heal my face, up-level myself. And that's just not how it works. Like, I love that the marketing teams have told you that some cream or lotion or potion is gonna change your life. But you should know, I mean, you guys are smart. Obviously, a lotion is not life-changing. But Well, you've been made to think so because good marketing sells products. So just use your logic. I love this cream. I've bought 8 of them, or 11, or whatever my Amazon account says. But it's a lotion. It's still a lotion at the end of the day. If I'm breaking out, it's not because I've forgotten my favorite lotion. It's because I've neglected the self-care habits that actually make a huge difference. It's because I'm not getting proper sleep. It's because I'm eating too much sugar and gluten. Or it's just because somebody's son is stressing me out. Like, if you're having stress in your life, that cortisol is showing up on your face and pimples. That's how it works. And if you're in a bad relationship and you look ugly, it's probably time to break up with that man, because a provider man who loves you will be making your life easier, not harder. So if you're breaking out with a new man that's your body telling you he's the wrong one, look at my skin. I'm glowing. I must like this boyfriend. Anyways, what are we doing? Oh, eye makeup. Let's get to the eye makeup. So life hack, I put these nuggets on when I do my eye makeup because sometimes there's fallout. So if there's fallout, it's kind of annoying to get the sparkle out from under your eyes afterwards. But if you put these on beforehand, you're completely fine. So big win. And somebody tell me how often they clean their makeup brushes, because for me, it's like totally not often enough. And especially for being a self-care channel, it's a little sad. That's okay. All right, also, how cute is this? This is one of the Charlotte Tilbury products. I think it looks like a little clamshell. Who's ever doing packaging at brands, you have the most important job, because I buy things based on how pretty the packaging is, like half the time. All right. How fun. Nice. This is one of my favorite eye products, by the way. I think this is probably $6 or something at CVS. These are the Maybelline Tattoo Foundations. They say 24 hours. I mean, who wears the makeup for 24 hours? But I use them as a makeup base, which I think is really fun. And then I put all sorts of fun stuff on top of it. Hang on, I'm just fixing my eyelashes. Okay, great. Oh, I've been neglecting my coffee, guys. All right, we're on number 6. The 6th reason why you're stuck on your globe journey and your Looksmaxxing guide is not working is because you're too focused on social media or someone else's life. I say as I get up to you on social media. However, I do not have Instagram on my phone, and there's a good reason for that. Because the second Instagram goes on my phone, I lose hours of my life. And there's a lot I want to do with my life. I have a lot of fun hobbies. There's no need for me to be scrolling for 8 hours every day online. It's ridiculous. And I say I have willpower. However, I don't. I mean, these companies have engineers whose sole job it is to take all of your attention and monetize it. So if you really want to like focus on your globe routine, you have to turn your attention towards yourself and away from whatever like unhelpful stuff you're following online. And I mean, I know that's harsh, but I don't have the willpower to like moderately do social media. If I have Instagram on my phone, honestly guys, I just doom scroll the entire time. So I've learned for myself that there's certain foods that I can't have in the house because that'll mean that I overeat them. And I can't have Instagram on my phone because that'll mean I over scroll. Do I want to be a woman of moderation? Yes. But if you've been watching the live stream, you know this is not about moderation. I'm so extra. And honestly, I like that way. So I have no interest in like changing those habits. This is the Fenty contour stick. I use this guy for like a crease shade along with contouring my nose, my cheekbones, yada yada. And I just think it's a really natural, pretty kind of like no makeup day contour. You can see just like a little bit of definition. Nice. And I always feel like my eyes look bigger when I do that, so that's really the main driver, is I want big doll eyes all the time. All right, I think we have one more point left. What's next? Oh yes, so number 7 is that, wait, we talked about being distracted. Yeah, so number 7 is you don't have a blueprint to actually get to your dream life. You know what you want, maybe you even started a vision board, but like you don't have the actual steps. And that's where I come in. I'm a coach that helps you strategize your lifestyle design. And I give you a personalized blueprint to walk towards your dream life. So if you do think that's something that'd be helpful, definitely let me know. There's a guide to like apply to my coaching program below. And I always love kind of strategizing with the girls in my program, because it's great to say that you have this dream life, but sometimes the gap between where you are now and where you want to be is so huge and overwhelming that it really causes us to kind of freeze and just not make any real progress because we're so overwhelmed with what has to be done. And I love helping you find the biggest levers that will create success in your life. What is the one thing that you have to do that will maximize the progress that you make towards your goals? That's where I come in. That's what my job is, and it is so fun helping everyone. So definitely apply below if you're like lost on your self-improvement journey and you feel like you could be helped in your journey. Oh, I've been yapping and I've not even talked about this. So this is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. Clearly I like this shade a lot because I've just hit pan on it. But all right. Now 2 crease hacks that I like to do. One is I do use this crease shade here, but I also like to put blush in my crease. And when I blush here, and I blush here, and in my crease. And I just think it gives the makeup a really like cohesive look. And it's very like put together and pretty and soft, which is really what I go for whenever I go for makeup. I never do smoky eyes. That's just not my personality, you know. I guess what you'd say my makeup is kind of clean girl aesthetic, which is fine, I mean. Nice. See, you see a little more definition. The joke is that, like, if you can see I've worn a lot of makeup, I've clearly not done a good job that day. I want it to be kind of like a barely there situation. And I imagine, like, before I go out tonight, I will probably kind of put a little sparkle on my eyeballs, but till then, this is fine because I'm just, like, heading to go rollerblade. All right, now obviously this looks like a little too much. Just take a quick blending brush and blendy so you look less crazy. You can be crazy inside, but not outside. Okay, I think that looks nice. Okay, next thing. So eye makeup all done. We got through our self-care strategies. Plunk, there they are. So now let's do the most important part of our skincare routine, and that is sunscreen. This is another one of my all-time favorite products. I have bought this again and again and again and again and again. It's glowy, it's hydrating, it's like everything I want in a sunscreen. And it's the greatest makeup primer. I'm not doing my base makeup today just because like I'm headed to the gym, but normally I would put this under my makeup. But now it's just keeping my face nice and protected. I gotta put a mirror here for when we do the live streams because I can't see myself all on the camera. We're too far away. Nice, super glowy, super hydrated. And then the final thing I always do neurotically is brush up my eyebrows. I don't know about you guys, but I just can't be seen with like flat eyebrows. I actually get my eyebrows laminated, which has helped so much. But even so, like obviously still have to brush them up a little bit, and it helps kind of fill in the sparse areas and just make them more uniform. Really recommend that. My eyebrow lady has completely upgraded my eyebrow game because there's some things I know I cannot do myself well. My hair and the eye lamination is one of them. So those are some of the DIY things that I like to outsource. All right. Thank you for everyone for being on the live stream. I've had so much fun with you. We went through all of my self-care hacks internally to make sure that your glow up actually works. And if you need help in your self-improvement journey, definitely sign up for my one-on-one coaching program. Thank you. Hi, actually, I have a full video on my hair care routine on the channel because I used to have terribly short hair and I literally slept in this and then I woke up and this is the situation. I had such short hair because my hairdresser chopped it all off on me and I had to go through this whole hair growth journey. So if you want to know everything I do for long, luscious princess hair, definitely watch that video. Okay, I'm about to head to the gym, so I hope you all have a lovely Labor Day weekend. And if you are interested in joining my coaching program, definitely sign up below. Yeah, so I actually wear my hair in braids every time I go to the gym. It's my go-to hairstyle if I need to do anything active and I'm sleeping. It's really bad to put your hair in ponytails because that causes breakage. So if you're interested in like growing your hair out, you have to make sure you put it in braids more often. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to the gym today on my self-care routine. Let's just do a quick recap because you guys have just joined the live stream. So today I talked about all of the things that work for me internally to help my glow up journey. And it's not just lotions and potions. So if your glow up journey is not working and you feel like you're failing at this Looksmaxxing situation, I think you do not love yourself enough to do what's required to actually pour into yourself. You feel lazy and you feel like it's hard to do things like make celery juice or ice your face or do your skincare routine. It feels like work to you because you don't love yourself enough to actually say, I'm worthy of this. I will take care of myself. And that's everything that self-care is, boils down to, I will take care of myself. And it is my biggest responsibility to take care of me because I only have me for my entire life and no one else can take better care of me than I can. So the crux of self-care is self-love and confidence. So as soon as you fix that, then you'll be able to actually go to the gym on time, do your skincare, get your 8 hours of sleep, and do healthy meal prep. Okay, the second reason why your glow up journey isn't working is because you don't actually believe that you can have the dream life that you say you want. We see on our vision board this beautiful girl with all of her goals, and the gap between where we are now and where she is so big and overwhelming that we don't believe that we can have that dream life. When we actually believe that we can be her, it's easier to step into that aligned action. So whenever I'm struggling about like doing the goals, doing the actions that I know will create the goals, then I think about what would she do? That, oh, thanks, man. I'll go through it. I have talked about it all in this video, so definitely subscribe if you're interested in more skincare advice. Where is the rant going? Oh, yeah. So whenever I'm struggling to complete my goals and do what's required to build my dream life, I think, what would my dream girl do? And she has a name, like the avatar in my head of my dream girl is named Aylin. I'm like, what would Aylin do? Okay, Aylin would wake up, and she would go to the gym. She would do her skincare routine. She would prep healthy meals. She would work on her YouTube channel. She would go spend time with friends and family. And those little actions over time will build her dream life. I'm not in one day gonna get a gold play button, but over the course of my life, as I keep uploading and getting better at making content, then it will happen. But I have to kind of pretend like I'm my dream girl some days because I'm tired and I don't believe yet that that future could be mine. But as soon as I believe in the core of my being that I can be her, then it's easy to do those things. Also, I did see a question come in about the hair. Let's talk about that. Yeah, so there is a full hair care guide on my channel if you want to see that. I did a deep dive into the science of what helps with hair growth and how to keep it healthy and hot. I had such a good time. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Let's go to the next one. All right, so the next reason why you're failing on your glow up journey is because you're following someone else's glow up guide instead of listening to your intuition. Obviously, I get tons and tons and tons of content fed to me from the algorithm about, how to glow up, how to look hotter, and these are all other women giving me their advice, not necessarily, what would work for me. Yes, that really helps. So you can do minoxidil, but in my research, I actually found that rosemary oil is as effective as minoxidil, except it doesn't have a lot of the side effects. I use rosemary oil because if you use minoxidil, there's a fallout phase, and I didn't want that. So in order for minoxidil to work, you have to have a little series of extra hair loss, and then it will start to work and grow your hair longer. And I wasn't interested. So there is like a rosemary oil that I use on that video if you want to check it out. Really, man, that's interesting. I didn't know about the rosemary seed one. Yeah, it's shedding. Shedding's the minoxidil thing. And I shed enough. I shed like a puppy who needs to be groomed. So I didn't want more shedding. Okay, so follow your intuition. Know what works for you. Whenever I tell you something is good for your glow up journey on the channel, it's my experience and what works for me. And when I was younger, I really struggled to like look to myself instead of, going to some boyfriend, my parents, or a guide online to know what was best for me. And that's just a lack of confidence, is a lack of experience, and over time I've gotten better at trusting myself. But the things that have most helped in my glow up journey are because they are what worked for me personally. And you have to learn that, and you have to learn to trust yourself. Raw eggs. That's interesting. I did a lot of DIY face masks on the channel, and I learned a lot through that. And I have a few different DIY face mask recipes if you're interested. But, we could also do a DIY hair mask series on the channel. That could be fun. And yes, I saw another comment come in about red light therapy. It is so, so helpful for anti-aging, but it is also helpful for your hair. I have this really fun LED light mask that I use sometimes, and this is great because like you walk around with it on your face still and look like a crazy person, but you're hot. And I think also the research said that it helps stimulate your follicle, and that's how it helps hair growth. All right, the next reason why you're failing on your glow up journey is because you're trying to DIY everything. And honestly, it's great that you want to be self-sufficient and do everything yourself, but you do not have the capacity to do 4 different jobs. I know some women who are working full-time. They do all the meal prep in their house. They're cleaning, they have kids, and they're wondering why they're stressed and burnt out. You're doing 4 jobs and you have the capacity to do one of them. Sleep deprivation is not an accomplishment. It is a direct sign that you're not taking care of your health. And I don't care if you break out and look ugly because you're not getting your beauty sleep, but I care that you're hurting your health because you're not getting enough sleep. Sleep is when your body regenerates, and you have to learn how to reach out for help and say, I need more support. I need help from my partner. I need help from someone else who can outsource some of the workload that I have. And it's hard, especially if you've been taught to be independent, to kind of drop into your feminine energy and receive the help that you need, but it is essential for your wellness to be able to receive support from others. Yeah, I know, man. I also work full time. So this is my kind of second job doing YouTube, but I work full time as an engineer. So for me specifically, oh my God, I feel so overwhelmed if I'm not like asking for a little help in some regards. So one of my favorite budget hack is, what's black pill? Someone explain that to me. I don't know what that is. Anyways, so one of my favorite budget hacks to kind of save more time and money, thank you, is to outsource the grocery shopping. And I honest to God, I almost never go into a grocery store, but my little hack is I go on DoorDash and I get the DoorDash free, like with my credit card, and I DoorDash from a grocery store. So I do my full grocery haul digitally, and then it kind of shows up at my house, and I've not wasted an hour and a half at the store. And I actually save money because I only buy like sale things, and big help. Because usually you're at the store for 2 hours. I buy extra shit just because oops, I wasn't supposed to say that. I buy extra things because I just, you know, see it and think it's cute. Yeah, I think that's why they call it like retail therapy, because if you're overwhelmed and stressed, you go buy things to make yourself feel better. Not the best life plan. Yes, so collagen is very helpful for anti-aging. Collagen is the matrix underneath the skin that gives it structure and holds it up. So you have to over time protect the collagen in your skin if you want us to look happy, healthy, and glowy. And there's tons you can do for that. There's a lot of healthy foods that stimulate collagen in your body. And you can also take hydrolyzed collagen. And yes, you're right, omegas also help with that. So in my coffee this morning, I've already finished it, but you'll know that I had some collagen marshmallows, and those are a new find for me. I actually put collagen and I put gel together, and you whip them up and they become marshmallow texture. And definitely look for hydrolyzed collagen, not normal collagen, if you're ingesting it, because then the molecule is small enough to get into your bloodstream. And yes, sunscreen is the number one thing that we have to do. Oh yeah, Min, so I've never made bone broth at home, but I just started drinking it. So I got the chicken and I also got the beef bone broth, and I was shocked. Okay, guys, so these things have like 18 grams of protein and they have like 70 calories per thing. So it's basically like a protein shake, but it's soup. It's amazing. So love it. Also, Min knows all the things. Like, I don't know what you're here for me to teach you. Yeah, so tomatoes have this thing called lycopene in them, and they have more bioavailable lycopene if you cook them. So definitely be eating tomatoes. They definitely help with UV protection as well. And there is a whole food video on the channel if you're interested in that. Thank you, man. I have so much fun talking about self-care. We were talking a lot about manifestation earlier on the channel, but we're on a self-care journey, and I've kind of done a deep dive onto all of the science-backed secrets to become the best version of yourself. So I did a food video. I've done some like DIY mask video. And what else have I done? Some transformation videos, some LED light mask videos. And I did a hair mask video. No, a hair mask, just a hair growth video. And next I'm going to be doing kind of a fitness challenge, because I want to hit all of the sectors of your health that'll make you like happy, healthy, hot woman. So we'll do the fitness challenge, and then we'll also do a sleep challenge, because I think we're overdue for that. And all of those together will make you feel like the best version of yourself. Okay, let's finish with a recap. All right, so the next reason why you're failing at your Looksmaxxing journey is because you're trying to focus too much on products and not on health. We just kind of went through a whole spiel of what makes a difference on your happy, healthy, hot woman journey, but you can't cover bad health with makeup, okay? These girls who are with like glowing skin, who look radiant and happy and glowing, are taking care of themselves. They're not just having sparkle makeup on their face. They're also working out. They're also sleeping. They're also eating, good stuff. Booster Pro. I think, do I have that? Is this the thing you're talking about, Min? I have this thing from Medicube. I think this is the one shot, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Like, I've not done a lot of research on the Medicube devices. I got this ages ago to use for personally, but I don't know. I can't give you like a scientific based answer right now. If you're looking specifically for good like anti-aging devices, I think red light therapy is the gold standard. And you want to make sure you're looking for very specific wavelengths and power levels when you get these devices, because a lot of them are just kind of junk and they don't do anything. Okay. So, let's see. The next thing that we need to talk about on your glow up journey, and then a reason why things are not working for you, is because you're focused too much on someone else's journey and not on your own. If you're spending too much time scrolling on social media, if you're spending too much time watching me, or if you're spending too much time watching Netflix, that is all time you're stealing from yourself. If you want to glow up, you have to put that attention back on yourself and say, my life is more important than whatever someone else is doing. I'm just giving you tips and tricks and what works for me. But you have to actually go do the things if you want to like change your life. I can give you a guide, I can give you step-by-step blueprint how to get there, but if you don't actually do what's required, you're never going to get there. That is an older one. Ooh, that looks interesting, man. So I've not tried it, but I definitely would like to. I do generally like the Medicube sunscreens and like kind of their skincare devices, but I've not used them all that much. Okay, so one of the things as an engineer that I learned to maximize is system design. And that's great for, building blueprints and whatever, but I've used that in my own life to build systems that help me create my dream life. And that's really the big unlock for me that's helped me to actually achieve my goals. To say, what is the process? What is the step-by-step guide I need in order to get there? And I use this all the time for myself and to help my clients build their dream life. So if you want to actually manifest your dream life and engineer your dreams, definitely apply for my coaching program below. Thank you! I am chronically obsessed with self-care, and that is why I have glowy skin. Acne is also my enemy. Yeah, I am gonna rebraid my hair before going to the gym because it's falling out a little bit. I actually slept on it like this, so I've woken up, I've not touched my hair, and I came to yap to you guys. All right, so that's all I have for you today. Definitely watch the full live stream if you missed things earlier, because I did my full skincare routine on camera, and I also talked about, all of the ways to grow up mentally.